put out a video this morning. It was a kind of an apology video. And it was an apology video on calling out Huff. One person was pretty upset that I covered this, that there's enough drama and stuff like that. And I got a comment from Riley, and Riley, he makes good sense. After all, way back in the day, when I was watching PXTV, one of the episodes was they went to meet Riley, and they went to an investigation. PXTV was all excited to meet Riley. I didn't know who the flip Riley was. They showed up to a forest of some kind. I can't remember where it was. Riley has his spirit box and one of these. And I was saying to myself, what the fuck is this for? And then I thought to myself, this guy is thinking outside the box, so I want to subscribe to him. And then I discovered, oh God, he's calling out Huff. And I like Huff. And back then, I didn't do any paranormal investigating. Had left ITC for many, many years. Way back, the ITC I used to do is completely different to what I do now, sort of thing. But because it was ITC related kind of thing, I was a fan of Huff, and I was taken in by this new method of sticking sort of guitar pedals to this box and that, and I was sort of fooled by this, but I was very upset with Riley. I don't know if Riley remembers some of the comments, that he was a jealous hater, and I had some harsh words for Riley, eventually getting sick of him and unsubscribing, until a couple of years later, when I remembered, I accidentally come across the same video again, and there I seen Riley with the dinosaur and stuff like that, and I said, I remember I used to be subscribed to him. He used to call out Huff and stuff. Maybe I'll give him a second chance. So I went and I gave him a second chance. I was still watching Huff, but I had started a paranormal investigating, so I was sort of a little bit more in the know-how than I was then. And I watched one of his debunking Huff videos, and straight away it started making sense in that. So I went back and I started watching more Huff videos to see where there was things that didn't fully make sense in that. And I've been subscribed to Riley ever since. Riley just made a comment on my last video where I said I'm sorry now that I covered Huff, and I'm sorry I brought drama. The point he was making in the comment was, there is a difference between drama and politics, and we do have freedom of speech. Sometimes we have to. I'm passionate about the paranormal. I love it. And when I see someone that is exploiting it, it upsets me and I call it out. It's not for views and numbers. People get involved in drama for views and numbers. And unfortunately, things that are negative and drama get more numbers and get more views. I'm not a numbers person. I don't care. But I do love the paranormal. And I do get upset when people pull the wool over other people's eyes. I remember one time when a friend of mine said that they were saving up to get a Wonderbox and a DR60, a lot of money, and I was able to convince them not to buy it. But if I wasn't watching Riley's videos, that person probably would have bought that Wonderbox and that DR60 expecting some miracles and that. I appreciate Riley making the comment that, sometimes we have to call these people out. And it's not drama, it's politics. If we love the things that we do, we will stand up for those. And that's what I'm doing. I don't have a habit of doing this. I don't do debunk and hope videos every week. But sometimes I call out for awareness. Riley says I didn't do anything wrong. The reason why I originally thought I was doing something wrong is I thought I classed what I'd done in those videos as drama. But it was a great reminder that sometimes it's not drama, it's politics. Do I do these for attention for myself? No, I don't. When you go out investigating, when you do ITC, and you get results that you'll remember for the rest of your life, something fantastic happens. It's a wonderful thing. But when you see people exploiting that, it does sometimes makes you sad and it makes you angry, I just wanted to share my thoughts because I'm not in the habit of covering drama, and I'm not in the habit of covering paranormal politics. But sometimes I do speak my mind in relation to paranormal politics. Initially, I didn't want to do anything like that. Just want to get on with my own thing. But the thing is, there is people out there exploiting the paranormal and lying and pulling the wool over your eyes and making people believe that certain people are the ones that are doing it right, and because we're only using spirit boxes and not these other fancy gadgets, that we're just amateurs. You know, that's the impression that the Huff side has on us. And it attacks our work. If somebody attacks someone or something that you feel passionate about, you're going to stand up for that. And that's what I'm doing. Now, the story I recently covered, I think there's more to it than I actually know. Possibly that one side is just as bad as the other. But the point I'm trying to make here is I didn't make those videos to cause drama. I made those videos to highlight the people that cause problems in the paranormal community and take advantage of something that we are very passionate about. And I shouldn't apologise for that, you know. I want to thank people for commenting and you know, making their views known and that, and you know, I appreciate the comments and that. I don't want to be a negative channel here, I really don't. You know? And I think I have been balanced in this, that I don't concentrate on the paranormal politics all the time. Do you know? I don't know, I'd be interested in people's thoughts on this. Do you know? You've got people that want to just do their own thing and not have political views. But at the end of the day, if nobody stands up to people that are exploiting the paranormal, they're just going to keep doing what they're doing, you know? Like I says, I'm not in the habit of calling people out. But I am I do call people out the odd time. If you see the video coming up on notifications and you do not want to watch it, you got a choice. Another video will come along, and you know, it won't be the same as the video you want to avoid. You know, but you can understand where we're coming from here. Sometimes we have to stand up for our field of work that we love. That's what we're doing. We don't want to make the videos. We never wanted to make the videos in the flipping first place. We don't want these people to do what they're doing and bringing this horrible fraud and fake into the field. We don't want that. We just want to do our own thing. That's the thing. But sometimes we have to call them out, because if we don't, these people are going to continue doing what they're doing. People are going to... the wool is going to be pulled over those people's eyes. That's the thing. And that is a very, very sad thing. I've seen comments on that particular person's videos constantly. Can you call out to my mother who died last week? Can you call out to my granddad? Can you call out to my mother? All these things. There's grieving people and they're getting taken advantage of. And that saddens and angers me sometimes. You know? And maybe I was wrong in my video this morning apologising for highlighting something. Was I wrong in doing that? Do you know? Do you know? And just Riley just made me think of this just now. Do you know? Reminded me why I've actually done these videos. Do you know? But largely it's about me doing my sessions and going out to places and doing paranormal investigations and tripping over things in the dark. That's the usual content. But unfortunately I won't be tripping over anything in the dark the next couple of weeks because I'm in lockdown. Do you know? Anyway, folks, I just wanted to share that with you. Do you know? I'm sure Riley would like to get on and do sessions and not have to talk about Huff. Do you know? As Riley says, he had no intentions of coming on YouTube. But it was the passion of speaking out that was the start of his channel. That is the thing. But, you know, if something bad was happening and you knew it was happening, are you just as bad for ignoring it and pretend it's not happening and walking away? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. I'll leave that with you. I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to try and prepare for a story I have in my head. I don't even have to read it. But, so by not having to read it, it's a personal experience actually. And my thoughts on it kind of thing. Rather than having to read a story and says, well, you know, it's a story from 1800s. And way back in 1800s, the word of mouth was the social media of the day. And if you go into the public houses, most of the time, a lot of them are completely and utterly drunk. So they're going to go out to the pub and say, oh, did you hear about the story I heard in the pub there this evening? And they add a big dramatic end to that story. And then somebody else will say that story to somebody else and they'll put their bit to it. Personal experiences from trustworthy people. It's more interesting. And it happened a number of years ago, so trying to make sense of it now, which sometimes comes into my mind and I still can't make it out. But that's what the paranormal is. Stuff we can't explain. Stuff that's not normal. Do you know? Anyway, folks, I'll see you in the next video. By the way, I'm not in jail, it's just an orange t-shirt. I know it looks awful. See you in the next video.